Welcome to our few moments together on the Parsha. This Shabbos, we have the privilege of reading Parshas Toledos. Ve'ela Toledos Yitzchak ben Avraham. And these are the generations of Yitzchak, the son of Avraham. We're dealing with the future of Yitzchak and his family. And of course, we know that Rivka, the wife of Yitzchak, was barren, and they both prayed for a child. And when Rivka becomes pregnant, she is pained with tremendous pains, and it says, Vatelech lidrosh es Hashem. She went to inquire of Hashem. Vayoma Hashem lo, and Hashem said to her, Shnei goyim bevitnech. There are two nations in your womb. Ushnei leumim, and two different peoples. Mimei ayich yiporedu. From your insides they will separate. Now these words of that very enigmatic pasuk are interpreted in many, many ways. Shnei goyim bevitnech, two nations are in your womb. As Rashi comments, Geim ksiv, it's written as if it says from the word ga'ah, exalted ones. Why were they exalted? Says Rashi, and he quotes the Medrash, Shalo pasku me'al shulchanam, it never left their table, not in the summer months, and not in the winter months, lo tzinon v'lo chazeres, neither radishes nor lettuce. They always had greens. Greens in the Middle East in the winter time was a luxury that was only affordable to the very most exalted of all leaders. And so these two in your womb represent these two leaders, as Rashi says, Antoninus, who came from Esav, the Roman Emperor Antoninus, and Rebbe Yehuda Hanassi, who was the redactor of the Mishnayos. So Shnei Goyim referred to Antoninus and Rebbe, who were kings in their own exalted way, always having vegetables on their plate, both in the summer and the winter. And then it says, Ushnei leumim, and two different nations, Mimei ayich yiparedu, they shall separate from your insides. That's the plain pshat. But these two nations, in fact, the nation of the Jewish people and the rest of the world, can be interpreted as being separate, mimei ayich, from your stomach, from your intestines, from your insides, they are separated. We, the Jewish people, are totally separate from the rest of the world in the food we eat. The stomach, so to speak, separates the Jewish people from the rest of the world. And it's a prophecy that was given and encapsulated within those words. Ushnei leumim mimei ayich yiparedu. And two nations will be separated. Mimei ayich. You can tell the difference from the stomach. Now, when it says from the stomach, it doesn't only mean that we keep kosher while the rest of the world does not keep kosher. Certainly, it means that too. As the Gemara in Shabbos points out, that one who eats non-kosher isn't able to think as straight, isn't able to reason the Torah reasoning, because the food we eat is who we are. But it means much more than that. We're different in the sense that when we eat, we've taught the world to be thankful for the food we eat. We say a bracha before eating. We say a bracha after eating. We recite a blessing thanking Hashem for giving us the food. Mimei ayich yiparedu. From your insides they separate. And perhaps it goes even further. Maybe it also means, what is it that gets you in, so to speak, the gut? What really affects your innards? Is your relationship with Klal Yisrael something that makes you feel in your insides that you're connected with them? Is your relationship with other Jews? Is your relationship with Klal Yisrael? Is your relationship with the Jews in Israel, the Jews in France, the Jews in England, the Jews in Pittsburgh, the Jews in Detroit, the Jews in Europe. How is our relationship? Does it get us in our insides? Does it affect us? These two nations are going to be separate because the Jewish people are going to have this gut-wrenching sense of we're one, we're united. We're different in the foods we eat. We're different in the way we bless those foods, the way we thank Hashem for them. We're different in the way we celebrate food being brought to the Shabbos table on a regular basis and making it into a feast of Hashem in which we sing songs of praise and say Birchas Hamazon. We say Kiddush. These two nations are going to be separate from the very inception and from the way they react to the physical needs of life. The stomach, the gut, the feelings, the recognition that the foods we eat and the way we go about eating them and thanking God for them is the way we separate ourselves from the rest of the world. And this prophecy was given over to Rivka, and she was given the understanding that if she trains the child, even both of them, one obviously took the training, the other one didn't, but mimeyayechi paredu, you'll be able to tell the difference in the stomach, in the food they eat, and the way they bless. When it comes to Shabbos, when we begin Chodesh Kislev, and we're thinking about the miracle of Hanukkah, and we participate in the miracle of Hanukkah not just by lighting candles, but eating latkes, even that, mimeyayechi paredu. Hashem should bless us all with a wonderful Shabbos and a recognition of the gift that was given to the Jewish people, separate from the rest of the world. Have a wonderful Shabbos.